is our 2017 Hal Riney Icon winner. Please welcome to the stage, PJ Pereira. The goggles are all foggy. I'll try to go fast, but not too fast, because there are lots of things, lots of people to thank here. So I'll try to go like the right pace here. But I think that it's the right thing to say to start is that I never met Hal Riney, right? But as a agency, an agency owner in the Bay Area, you have to acknowledge his legacy of things. After all, I think we all come from him. We all come from that place that he started, and But I do know his voice though. His voice saying "It's morning again in America," and it makes me think of today. And there's no morning outside right now. There's fear. There's hate. There's people being pushed away just because they're different, and any kind of difference I'm talking. Which makes these San Francisco big selection of a foreigner for such a big honor, especially important and touching. And it makes me love the city even more. 13 years ago when I came here, I confess, I wasn't planning to stay. I came to AKQA, one of the many offsprings of Riney, and they offered me to run the creative department at any office they wanted, or a new one, it's fine. And I picked one in California because I thought that, California, the weather is going to be like Brazil. But, I ended up here. And since I was already coming from South America, I thought it would be a good idea to start from here, but then take these global journeys. So I plan to, spend 3 years in San Francisco, 3 years in China, 3 years in London, then back, to stop in maybe New York, having experience in every major market. But I started in the wrong place. Once I got to San Francisco, I never wanted to leave again. I think that's the definition of blessing, right? Is that when you're led to something so wonderful out of pure chance. When do you have any idea how it feels like for this little guy from Rio de Janeiro to be here in the most revolutionary city in the world with my own agency, my own clients, my own friends? How it feels to be here, wondering, when will they realize I made a mistake by having me here in this podium? Do I have the right to be here tonight? And that I didn't realize that I didn't even know the difference between the weather in San Francisco and LA. This city is too cold for a Brazilian. But I moved to San Rafael, it's fine. But it's the warmest I've ever seen for a dreamer foreigner. And there are cities, of course, like New York and LA and London, they're very welcoming to expats too. But they slowly push them into becoming one of them. Not San Francisco. I still remember the day that I told my partner, Andrew Odell, that you met him, that I was going to go through speech therapy to get rid of my accent. And he screamed at me and said, "No freaking way." He was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, so we're both from the South. and he understands that this is a place that when you come, they want you to stay different. And that's a beautiful thing. When I look back and think of my childhood as kind of this little guy, always in a corner, drawing, writing, programming, I feel like there's always been this secret prophecy that someone very kind and very gentle wrote for me, and eventually brought me here. A prophecy that would give me the privilege to take my rough talent and allow me to get them polished by the world-class community that we have in this room. In my first week, for example, this is a real story. I went to a birthday party, and I was too young, new to the city, and kind of not curious about what was going to happen here. And the host put us in a table that we didn't know, a bunch of people that we didn't know. And the guy next to me asked me, hey, what do you do? It's like I work on advertising. So I'm like, oh, really? Cool, I do too. But on the publishing side, I'm like, okay, that's nice. Okay, what do you do? Magazine. So, well, magazine, cool. What magazine? And it's like, it was like the simplest thing. He just took a bite of the bread. I'm like, yeah, Wired. What? Wired? I got that Wired. Yeah, that Wired. So, and you look at that, it's like those two guys were on the same San Francisco icon thing right before me, and kind of a couple of years ago, and that's so overwhelming for me to imagine that I'm following giant steps of people like Louis Rossetto and Jen Makoff, and they were there in that dinner table with me. That's an amazing thing. That's the kind of thing that only happens in San Francisco. And that's why I would say that San Francisco, I love you so much. For your big ambitions, I love you for your chill, for your curiosity, your fog, your conscience, your politics, your geeks, your chops, your mix overall. I love being part of the place that contributed so much to the ad business and the world. From Google, Facebook, Twitter, Intel, Apple, to the advertising legends like Jeff Gooby and Rick Silverstein, to superstars like Paul Venables. They also got these recognition a couple of years ago. And of course, the guys who is the DNA, the creative DNA of this Bay Area of ours, that is Hal Riney himself. When we started Pereira, my old boss, it's also a true story, my old boss, Tom Pereira, that also was an icon recognized here. He came to visit us, and we're having a beer, and 5 minutes into the conversation, he pointed, we had a bar at Dave's, he pointed, I see that little beer can there, kind of, it's, I was the account guy when designed, so what? This place used to be the place where all the Riney royalty used to hang out. And an old photographer studio, and that year I was the account when it was done. And I started to realize how much history there is, and all that history always related to Hal Riney, and it's hard to avoid that. When we started Pereira, those little moments started to really stand out for me, and the responsibility that came with it. And if you think of that Hal Riney's original message, kind of this iconic message and iconic morning, is that things are very different today. But here in the Bay Area, with our unique combination of innovation and ambition and smarts and creativity, that day that he referred to was still just starting. 13 years ago, I arrived here and saw the Blue Angels fly over our heads and thought we were at war. and since then, we kept growing stronger and brighter and more expensive too, right? Because, who doesn't want to live in a city where it's always morning? Morning in San Francisco, but also to anyone that is waiting, that is anxious and excited for the new in our industry. Since the Mad Men days, there has never been such a bright and open future for advertising. How lucky are we to be the generation with the opportunity to reinvent our business and help brands evolve from interrupting the content to becoming the content again? How lucky are we to be here at these historical moments? Myself, I want to be here without a few people, and I want to take some time to thank them. And first, I want to thank my business partner, Andrew, and who deserves to be here as much as I do, for most of the credits that I take as a good creative directors are his too. He's just too generous to claim it, and the same way that he was generous when he pushed me and forced me to have my name coming first, although no one could say it, and knowing that the agency was going to be called Pereira after that. We met at AKQA in 2005, and brought by another person that I should thank you, that our boss, Tom Pereira, who saw something worth investing in these Brazilians that could barely speak English. And as you saw some of those guys speaking here, I know I didn't know then, but now I do know, especially because they told me that, two of those guys. The first two people I hired when I arrived in America, two junior creatives that brought joy to my day and remind me every step along the journey why I choose this profession. So I found Rob Langers and Jason Apolinsky at a portfolio show, invited them for beers, and made them an offer. They say that they went back to their then girlfriends and told them they're going to accept, although they didn't know why, because they couldn't understand a single word of what I was saying. Somehow they did. So did Jen Carrillo and Denise Carrazza later, who have been keeping me away from trouble, and Molly and Nancy and Henry and Moses and Jeff, and so many people that I'm afraid that I'm going to forget here. But you remember that blessings part. I got 13 years of them, made of these people. And there's an entire team at the agency that the ones that work there and the ones that used to work there, the ones there and the ones gone. There are the investors like Mizan and Guga who backed me not once but twice, and also clients. You're nobody in this business if you cannot convince people to give a chance to your ideas. And I really appreciate that. Those small and big companies and their very precious budgets that we don't take for granted. Tonight, though, I want to thank not the companies but the people. The ones who challenged, supported, and believe in us. Not only me, but all the team behind. And by the way, there's one of them is a woman named Deborah Conrad that is the CMO at Intel at the time that we did the Beauty Inside. That was one of the works that put this agency on the map. Now she's, the work is now being turned into a movie and everything, but she's also a San Francisco big icon here. You see how those paths keep crossing. I don't think it's a coincidence. It's the beauty of living in a city with such a high concentration of ambition. Those and everyone who extended a hand to clap or slap, thank you. Please know that I don't take that for granted. Never did, never will. The same way I don't take for granted the blessings of having been born from parents that told me to look for a profession I loved, and siblings that have always been my best friends in the world. And I had them, friends all over the world, including some old ones that came to live here and kept me sane when all I wanted was to have some Portuguese chats to keep my Brazilian accent alive because they were told me to do it. And I'll talk about, there's like Mauro and Thais and Edmund and Karen and Paula and Otavio, Carol, Patricia, Hi, Ethel, Mari, Paulo, Paola. Sorry for being so absent, and thank you for being there regardless. And most of all, the love that refused me and when I go home, that keeps me alive, Lo and Francisco that you met in the video. The two of you are the lights of my life. And deep inside, every move I make is just to try to make you a little bit prouder. So thank you everyone here. I really appreciate this honor, and I promise to work very hard to make it work. Thank you very much.